What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and it looks like that the commercial real estate bubble is about to pop, potentially leading to maybe not that much of a magnitude as the greater financial crisis of 2008, but it will most certainly send the ripples of its effect across the globe, most certainly inside America itself, since this will be the country responsible for this potential crisis. So long story short, what made me make this conclusion is this graph which you can see right now on your screen, which basically shows the delinquencies in commercial mortgage-based securities. It basically means that those people who are investing, not just people but also financial institutions, who do invest in the commercial real estate through these securities and not in particular buildings as you might imagine. Long story short, the credit payments are once again delinquent. The percentage of delinquencies reached 10.3%, which 10.4%, which is 0.3% lower from its record number, right at the peak of the greater financial crisis of 2008. At that time, it reached 10.7%. Just a couple of reasons why I personally think why the delinquencies percentage reached such a high level could be two things. First of all, is the unusually high interest rates, and the second reason is the higher than average real estate prices, both personal, residential, and commercial real estate. Traditionally, whenever the interest rates are high, it means that the real estate prices are low. But whenever real estate prices are high, it usually means that the interest rates are low. Well, apparently we've been recently in unprecedented times whenever the interest rates were high as well as the real estate prices. So basically it was the worst time possible to be either a buyer or an investor in commercial real estate, because you overpay everywhere. You overpay the price, you overpay the percentage, the interest rate, basically you overpay your mortgage payments. Everywhere you pay way more money that you could have paid just less than 5 years ago. Because of this, once again, at least in my personal opinion, it only makes sense that people were not able to keep up with these payments. Delinquencies is basically when you miss a payment but you're not fully default yet. This is just some kind of a fancy word for saying a warning to you by the bank that okay, you missed your payment, but we're not gonna take real estate from you just yet. Try to make your next payment and hopefully everything will be good. But yet there is another reason why the delinquencies might be so high. And this is because of the illness of 2020. We all know about, went through all of this together. So long story short, yes, a lot of people started working from home. Commercial real estate also includes office buildings. And well, since people are no longer working from the offices, companies they size down, they let people work from home, so they no longer need to rent such big office spaces. Some they stop renting completely, while the others they start renting just simply smaller spaces. In return to this, to make it more attractive, commercial real estate investors and those office landlords of the office spaces, they start, unfortunately for them, to reduce the prices. And whenever you reduce the rent price, whenever your mortgage payments in fact go up, this basically means that sometimes, and I'm sure there are hundreds of thousands of cases like this, when the commercial real estate investors had to pay out of his own pocket to keep this commercial real estate in owning. And whenever it became unsustainable, well, some people started to miss their payments, to be late on them, the delinquencies increased. So, potentially what we might have happening, what can trigger the potential collapse, the burst of the commercial real estate bubble. As soon as a lot of investors start realizing that, okay, the holding this commercial real estate is no longer profitable, what am I going to do with it? Well, I'll try to sell it. More people will start selling as well, creating an immense selling pressure. And based on economics 101, supply and demand, whenever there's such a huge supply with low demand, this will inevitably bring the commercial real estate prices down, making them extremely dirty cheap. Until the point when those people who still hold their commercial real estates, when continue making these mortgage payments, they're gonna see that they're making hundreds of thousands of potential mortgage payments per year, while the entire value of their whole property is not even that close. They'll feel like that they're paying for $1 million property, while in fact it costs under several $100,000. This will trigger even wider countrywide sale of the commercial real estate, which once again can potentially result in the commercial real estate bubble burst. So guys, please let me know down below in the comments whether everything I just said makes sense or not. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thanks so much for watching, and see you tomorrow.